Hey Busters, welcome back. If you're having an office romance, this is your wake-up call for salvaging your chances for a promotion and a pay raise, which an office romance will always screw up. To do that, we're on this Sex in the Workplace deck, covering all the angles of the 7 boss problems that make you unpromotable and unpay raisable while having an office romance with your coworker or colleague, and more often than not, even after such a romance has ended, the downsides of which will linger for a long time. Fully understanding all the 7 boss problems will help you in 3 ways. 1. It will enable you to be very realistic about what's at stake for you personally and for your schmoopy in terms of your chances for a promotion and a pay raise. 2, you will better understand your other co-workers, the ones you're not involved with, and your superiors who do not see kindly to your lovey-dovey office romance, and for good reasons, as we've seen before. You're not focused on the job, you become a distraction for others, and you become an imbalance, a counter-equalizer on the team. Watch parts 1 and 2 here if you've missed them. So how do you even expect your coworkers and superiors to be cool with your office romance? Of course they'll start resenting you more and more, and of course this will be detrimental to your chances of landing that promotion and pay raise you so want. And the third way in which fully understanding all the 7 boss problems in this Sex in the Workplace deck will help you is you will know how to fix it, or at least manage it in a way that will minimize the prices both of you will pay, and you will pay. But hey, why kill the mood? Let's instead have fun understanding the intricate workplace dynamics regarding your pillow talk with schmoopy. And also, let's see how 2 infamous sex scandals can give us a glimpse into how real the danger of pillow talk is to your success. All of this so that both of you are better prepared to protect yourselves. Hi, I'm the Boss Problem Buster, founder of the Pay Raise Commando, a senior organizational consultant of 24 years, having worked across cultures, industries, and ranks with 7,250 employees trained between us, my team and I. Yeah, I said it right, 7,250. I'm also a social psychologist with a master's and a bachelor's degree, both with honors. My team and I train passed over corporate professionals like you to get that pay raise and promotion you're overdue for, so that you can finally kill your Monday blues and bring your inner joy back, which is the best part about my job and the goal of this channel. Kill your Monday blues and bring your inner joy back. So if you'd like to get a promotion and or a pay raise, kill your Monday blues and bring your inner joy back, all with deep dives into very non-PC and inconvenient truth bombs, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so that we can meet again. Now, back to the salt mines. So, the number 4 of the 7 boss problems that make you unpromotable and unpay raisable while having an office romance and even after it ends is the trust in your confidentiality is compromised. This is true from both your colleagues' and superiors' point of view. The moment 2 individual co-workers become one clique, one unit, and not just any clique or unit, but a romantic one, which is especially cohesive and separatist in nature, i.e. the lovers, meaning you, are distancing themselves from the rest of the team. When that happens, it is sheer common sense for people around you to suppose any personal and professional information shared with only one of your lovebirds is going to be conveyed, not to say betrayed, to the other. How? Through a term that is called pillow talk. Indeed, pillow talk is not just a silly yet wonderful guilty pleasure of a Rock Hudson Doris Day movie. I'm an old Hollywood buff. But a real thing. Intelligence agencies use it, no less. Spies are sent to lure targets into pillow talk. And the suspicion of a pillow talk is exactly what happened in two of the most infamous sex scandals in modern political science. They are still well known to this day, which is quite an achievement considering the fact that they both happened way back in the 60s, one in the UK and one in the US, and they're very pertinent to our discussion today. The Profumo affair brought down the UK minister involved, the UK Prime Minister not involved, and their whole party in the following elections. It really played like a James Bond movie. In a nutshell, the then British Minister of Defense, John Profumo, hence the eponymous Profumo affair, with the affair aptly punned, well, he had a liaison with a stripper, and some say call girl, who, listen to this is a James Bond movie. She had a concurrent liaison with a Soviet spy in the midst of the Cold War. You can actually imagine Sean Connery being sent by M to extract information from her and ending up with a liaison of his own with her, of course. Anyway, the fear was that highly confidential pillow talk, which is why I'm bringing this whole thing up, was going on from said British Minister of Defense, no less, through his stripper/call girl lover to her other lover, the Soviet spy. The important thing to note is that it's not that information is known for sure to have indeed been compromised, but the mere potential for information to leak through pillow talk is in and of itself what compromised everybody involved. Because with everything that has to do with confidentiality and your personal integrity, optics is as important as reality. Thus, even if no confidential pillow talk is going on, you will still pay the price as if it were. The other super infamous sex scandal in modern political history to this day is also the spiciest. Spiciest, get it? The liaisons, plural, between the Kennedys, both the President JFK and his brother Bobby, who was the Attorney General, no less, with the one and only Marilyn Monroe. But wait, this is not the issue. It was a James Bond movie before. This is Godfather territory you're going into now. The pillow talk feared stemmed from the fact that Marilyn had a concurrent liaison with none other than, wait for it, mob boss Sam Giancana himself. Can you believe this? Now, obviously these two iconic pillow talk scandals are way over the top for your situation, but A, sometimes you do need to go to the extreme example in order to make a point, and B, it is not that over the top as you may initially think, because no matter how different your situation from those two scandals is, and of course it is, the point nevertheless stays the same. It is hard for both your colleagues and superiors to trust you with confidential information, either personal or professional, when they know pillow talk is almost guaranteed to relate further to your schmoopy. Thus, the trust in your confidentiality is compromised, which is always detrimental to your social and professional status in the team, which in time is detrimental to your chances of getting that promotion and pay raise you so want and hopefully deserve. So not a good thing for either of you, trusting you are both ambitious and trying to get ahead. And a third reason why your situation may not be as over the top as it may first seem to be is you may indeed be working on a highly secretive confidential project, developing the next big thing, one in which compartmentalization, it's a hard word to pronounce, is required and expected even within the team or department. So the fact that you are dating within the team or department does not waver it. It just makes it easier for everybody to observe and speculate. And your schmoopy may very well come to know that confidential information from elsewhere, not you, but it won't matter. Your confidentiality and integrity would still be compromised because the optics of pillow talk is stronger than the reality of whether it happened or not. So either way, your discretion, your ability to keep things to yourself, to have boundaries between your personal life and your professional one, so not mixing business and pleasure, this is what is at stake. Are you really willing to risk it? Can you see how detrimental this is to your chances of getting that promotion and pay raise? If so, great. That's the point I wanted to make. As long as you know the reality of the real risks of your office romance with your colleague or coworker, you can choose to do whatever you want. Plus, this knowing makes you better equipped to manage the risks, which is the whole point of this entire Sex in the Workplace deck. Just one more thing, as Columba used to say. Yeah, I like 70s TV also. So just one more thing on this point before we end this video. Even if you're not working on a highly secretive, confidential project, you are for sure working in a highly competitive industry, because all industries nowadays are. And business intelligence is a real thing. Therefore, all of the above holds. Which reminds me of a Julia Roberts, Clive Owen duplicity about a combination of pillow talk and business intelligence, an underrated, great fun movie. Okay, I'm a practical Remington Steele here, 80s TV. And lastly, if you guys are on competing teams or departments, so not on the same one as we've talked about all along, then the plot thickens even further. Here is what your colleagues and superiors are thinking, whether they're telling you or not. What is your pillow talk with your schmoopy regarding our sales strategy and techniques with which we intend to beat your schmoopy's team or department to that end of year bonus? Whose side are you really on? Okay, that's it for now. Join me next time for the final part of the Sex in the Workplace deck with the last 3 boss problems that make you unpromotable and unpay raisable while having an office romance and even after it ends, plus how to fix them. And in the meanwhile, forget schmoopy and go back to work. You know I can't get you that pay raise and promotion if you don't actually do the job.